California, SoFi Stadium, and what's become a really fun bowl game over the years, the Bucked Up LA Bowl, hosted by Grump. Bowl games are not only a reward for how you played in the regular season, but can be a springboard into next year as well. As we'll see the number 19 team in the country, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Wyoming Cowboys. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up and get this bowl game underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. So Tulane's offense takes the field for the first time today. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. You have a high-powered offense against, candidly, an overmatched opponent. But, hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup. But this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent. But we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Awesome job there on 3rd down by the QB, working through his progressions. He wanted to go downfield, but the defense took everything away. So his eyes come down, he finds the drag route underneath, makes a good throw, and his guy does the rest to pick up the first.
They'll move the wide receiver. Off the play fake on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Reed. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
I know it's something we take for granted, guys, but the Q did a great job there with the play-action fake. He really took his time and sold it, and that's what froze the linebackers in the second level of the defense to help make that completion a whole lot easier.
From the gun, the ground game. Hard running there. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35.
At the 35-yard line, brings up 2nd down.
It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Both sides trying to find a little rhythm and efficiency and move the ball some here as we start the second quarter. Looking to fire. Throws to the wideout. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Grab near the sticks. It's Preston. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Great execution on the RPO, and the receiver had some time to find the soft spot in the zone and make himself open for the quarterback and make it a much easier pass. Great job.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the 1st down. They'll run it. It's McClure. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. He wants it all. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Tulane now facing 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Reed. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Absolutely center cut. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
I know one thing this head coach does every week is he challenges his guys to start fast. And it's so important today, playing on the road in this kind of environment. You saw a nice drive. They didn't get the touchdown they would have loved, but still, kicking that field goal and taking this early lead, that's a statement for the visiting team.
Looks like he's going to try to return it. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Cowboys offense will try to get something started with their first possession. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our biggest weapons, and every week those were the guys that had to deliver for us in order to have success.
And it's just fun to have those guys that are consistent. Like, they lead by example, then they start to learn their voice and lead the team. But every week, guys that you can count on. They punch the clock, and they're hard workers.
From their own 23, it'll be 1st and 10. Anderson wants to throw. The short hands, it's Durham. He'll get it across the 30-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 32 as this offense is trying to do some work.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
He'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got some space. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact.
Well, the defense did a pretty good job that time on the option play of having someone dedicating themselves to the quarterback to get him down. Not enough to stop the offense from picking up the 1st down, though. The defense really needs to be keyed in on this because they're going to see this option play more and more as this game goes on.
Complete downfield. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down.
Gotta like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Inside a minute to play in the half. Might we get a touchdown after all before the break? The sure hands, it's Sargent. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
The Cowboys can really attack on this 2nd and short. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the 1st half.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Throws to the tight end. He makes a catch. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. Looking to get it in. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here.
The offense trying to throw it there quickly down close to the goal line. Nice job by the defense tackling the catch.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Pushes ahead. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wyoming.
And that's a great job by this offense. That's how you work the clock. You want to take as much as you can and punch that ball in the end zone. Masterful clock management, and they now take the lead going into the half.
And you just got to wonder, too, David, how does that affect the confidence of a defense, right? They needed to find some way, somehow, to get a stop, limit the damage on that final drive. They give up a touchdown. They're going into halftime now, trailing. They've got to raise their level of play in the second half.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead.
That makes the score Wyoming 7, TULANE 3.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll come out and take a knee, and that should send us to halftime. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Reese, we figured we might get an LA Bowl that would have social media buzzing, and through 2 quarters of football, indeed, that is the case. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to Reese and the guys for the finish of the LA Bowl.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wyoming has the football back, and here comes the offense. And they got it done in the first half, but the job now, follow up, close the deal, and bring home a bowl victory.
Finish. You hear teams say it all the time, and that applies to them right now, David, here in the second half. It's a lot of really good things in that first half. Need some more big plays here to get this W.
And you've seen it with bowl games. Big swings, man. When the rust comes off after that first half and people get in a rhythm, you've seen big comebacks. So I know they're winning, but keep the foot on the gas. This first possession is crucial.
Out of the gun to give to the back. There he goes. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
In halftime in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
The give. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The inside handoff. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
And the Cowboys getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Harris. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. The period has expired, and Wyoming has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. So the final period starts with a second down play. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. Gets the back moving. Anderson will throw. Right on the money. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They've moved it to the 19, first and 10. Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Behind the chains now on second and long. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. And again, stopped right in his tracks, nowhere to run.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rushes on him. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is perfect. That gives them now a 7-point lead here in the final period.
And that was an important kick here in the fourth quarter, man. You want to take that touchdown lead, make them have to go the length of the field and score a TD. Nice execution by this offense. Nice job trusting your kicker.
So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Fires to the tight end.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. Wants to go up top. Caught close to the marker. It's Preston. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29. Precision, execution, and timing to pick up the first down on the out route.
I think you're spot on. Those out routes, man, it's got to be about timing. You got to throw that football before he breaks. Nice job seeing it. Short yard situation, throwing the ball on the money so the receiver can get upfield and get the first down.
Finds a man on the left. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And that's good enough for a first down.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's first and 10 again. Looking downfield on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Preston. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback could throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
What a nice job by the defense stringing that out and forcing him out of bounds. He got nothing. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Today's final score, Wyoming 10, Tulane.